him again.
Here we go again. Messi! Mo Salah! Unbelievable!
It's 3-0, it's game over.
The cross back in, it's a great ball, back pass! Oh, they've done it! Western Sydney!
Hello and welcome back to the UBF podcast. I'm Abs.
And I'm Thomas Abdul. I've worn a Western Sydney Wanderers shirt, Abs, rightfully so. First finals in a couple of years, and you've decided to not wear your club, Abdul. Any reason for that?
I'm wearing my club. It's called UBF.
Nice plug there. And also Lightweight Athletic Club. Use code UBF for 15% off in the store.
Use code UBF15 for 15%
Forget
off
the number.
all your lightweight athletic desires. Whatever you need.
The number is important, though, for Sydney FC, Abs. You need a winner or a draw, big man. Last game of the season, looking tight.
I trust in my Douglas, or Douglas, as Ulfie would say. Look, I'll tell you this before we get into the deep dive with all the A-League. It's been a rough week.
Massive.
I think Sydney FC should have done better, a bit more urgency. Respectfully, we're playing Western United. As good as they've been, I think they're a beatable team.
I think they are. I think out of those top four, I think they're the ones that you can pick off the easiest old, because there's clear weaknesses in there for me.
100%.
But we'll go on to that at a later stage.
But yeah, man, look, it's been a big week. We were out at Uncliffe Aurora last Wednesday for the Olympic game. Massive. We were like, the raps to the crowd, big raps to the crowd, big raps
to both sides as well.
To Uncliffe, to Olympic. I have not seen that many Sydney Olympic fans in one place.
They show it for the big games. That's the most important.
Since forever. We spoke with a lot of the boys there, both sides, mate. That's what football's about. Of
course it is.
You know, we put a little promotional piece together before that, and you know, I think we've done a few of them, but I feel like we really felt that one because we felt like it was close to the community, close to both our communities.
Especially on your side as well, like with the United one that we did, that was obviously touching on my heartstrings a bit, but I feel like you really found your spot there with the club that touches your heart, and I feel like you really connected with that one.
Yeah, I've been called the Gus Gould of Uncliffe that many times around that club recently. It's hilarious. No, look, it's good, man. Like, I think, you know, just on a football point of view, you don't realise, you know, the impact of promotion has, the impact of marketing on a club. And, you know, even recently when we've been going out after these videos, whether it's at Uncliffe or whether it's at like Leichhardt the other day or, you know, when you go around Sydney United is a big one. Like, you know, everyone recognises your face. They see your face, you know. And, you know, it means we're doing our part.
Absolutely.
And, you know, it's not for any money. It's not for anything like that. We just want this game to grow, and seeing 3,000 people packed around like a park, an actual park, was a sight to see.
One more sub story that I've got to chuck in there, Abdul. It would be wrong of us to not congratulate Liverpool for their title win, Abdul. I think we got 8 years ago. They're just going to give it.
You can clap.
Liverpool, congratulations. Clearly the best team for me in the league, Abdul. This year, and yes, some would say they won it by default, but for me, that was all excused when Arne Slot did a beautiful gesture and he sung,
Oh my God.
yeah.
No, okay. I'm going to stop you there.
Nah.
Seriously. Congratulations.
Here we go.
Congratulations.
Just quickly, because it's obviously nailed.
Like, get over it, man. He left.
It happened the day after.
Bro,
it happened.
They are so, like, respectfully, like, I love the passion of Liverpool fans, but they're so, like it's so cringy. It's so cringy.
I would have used the word against the Scouts, to be
Like,
honest.
he hasn't died. Great. He done amazing things for your club, but he's not dead.
Arguably one of the best managers in there.
No, respectfully. He done what he done at Liverpool. I love it. But, like, they're so, like, you know, they could win the league title year in, year out, and they'd make you feel like we've won it for the first time in a long time. And I'm like...
That's good, though.
No, they make it too... Hey, credit to the Everton fans. Do you see what they did with the flares?
Yeah, there was one blue one in a red season.
They rewrapped the blue ones in red and sold them to Liverpool fans, and then there were blue flares flying out.
Question, Abdul.
Yeah.
You would do the same for Arsenal if they win the Champions League, wouldn't you?
Yeah, well, we haven't won a Champions League. No.
And
We've never won.
And Liverpool haven't won a league in 5 years.
Still, the only other team that's won the league in the last 5 years is Manchester City. It's not like,
correct.
You know, Manchester United.
They've ended a dynasty.
No. Oh, come on, man. Manchester City basically...
They've ended a dynasty.
They ended their own dynasty this year. They were never winning it. You'd say the same about us. You'd say the same about freaking Nottingham Forest, though, winning it. It didn't end the dynasty.
Unlucky Forest today. I'd never seen a team.
Manchester City were never in the conversation this year.
Okay.
Look, credit to them.
Yeah. Do you want to do the Nottingham Forest? I'll do Nottingham Forest quickly.
The result.
I've never seen a team hit 4 posts and not get one.
No.
Brother, they hit 4 posts. No. Morgan Gibbs White is the most unluckiest guy I've ever seen. Hit it twice. Alanga hit one.
Yeah.
Uncredit. But Mateo Kovacic scored, Guardiola scored, so everything's well in the world.
And we move on to the next game. And Crystal Palace are through to the final.
I'll be honest, quickly, off the cup.
Yeah.
Palace over City, yeah?
Oh, 100%.
We both want that.
100%. We don't need no oil money winning another trophy.
Congratulations to also the best trio so far in the world, Abdul. What's a abbreviation you would give Lamau, Rafinha, and Lewandowski?
Yamal,
Royal Life Saving,
Rafinha.
Royal Life Saving, RWL,
No, LYR. You'd go learn your...
Roberts.
No. Learn your respect.
Learn to read.
No, you'd go LYR. Learn your... I don't know. Remissions, reputation. Lower your reputation.
Well, they did that to Madrid.
There we go.
Abdul. That was a very good segue, by the way. Madrid humbled, man. I've never seen Madrid this low. Big time, man.
They clapped off Don Carlo as well.
Why is Rudiger throwing an object at the referee? Why is Vinny going on the field? Why is Brahim Diaz joining him? I've never seen those.
They went sync as well when they went and done the whole...
There's strong, you know, have you ever watched the Truman Show, Abs? There's strong, links that I've seen there. Like, they're very...
Look, I genuinely want them to do well, even as a Madrid star, if you want to call it that.
I like that trio. Because it's a bit anti-football. I like it. I don't know. It's just I love it.
I don't know, man. Madrid's got its own problems. I think you're gonna need one hell of a personality to get in there. Don Carlo's good. I don't think he's
gone, apparently. He's gone.
It's not that. I just don't know if
Too many egos there, bro.
He's not Don Carlo from 8, 9, 10 years ago. Respectfully, even the Madrid fans don't want him there. I also think he's not very good at managing
Superstars.
at this point of his career, superstars. Yeah, when you got Mbappe, you got Jude, you got Vinny, Rodrigo, Modric is still there. You look at that back line, you got Rudiger, and they want to bring in players like Saliba still. We're going to fit all these egos.
Trent as well.
Trent Alexander-Arnold, you name it, Valverde, Mendy, freaking Alaba, Courtois at the back. Like, there's too many egos. I think they need a Conte in there.
Yeah.
But Conte will get rid of Mbappe day one.
He'll bring in Lautaro. Anyway. Abs.
Yeah.
Back to on our domestic league. A bit of a short episode today, guys. We've decided to just go with the A-League.
Look, there's not much that's happened.
Because quote unquote, Abdul said, the Prem's dead.
It is dead. Who wants to hear us talk about Arsenal drawing about Crystal Palace or Chelsea beating Everton 1-0?
I do.
Oh,
see Jackson's goal?
Yeah.
Anyway, back to the A-League.
My point proven. Back to the A-League, Thomas.
Abdul, the reason why I'm wearing this beautiful dress, Abdul, in Croatian.
I'm going to hold out your excitement. I don't
like to be held out. I like to let it go.
We're going to go from Friday's game first.
Sure. Go Friday's game.
Wanderers fans have had their time. You've enjoyed your...
No, our time is now. Your time is in the past.
John Cena, your time is up. My time is now. Okay.
And Mysterio, they need to wave your fucking hand.
You can't see me. It's a John Cena one, mate. Oh, congratulations to Big John, 17-time world champion.
Different podcast.
Anyway, Friday night Melbourne victory to MacArthur 1. Teague scored very early in the game.
Abdul, have you seen the goal?
It was almost as good as the one he scored against Chloe Gordon in goal.
Producer, let it come out, make it happen. It's a beautiful goal that was, Abdul. Hopefully that gets released on the ASAP producer. He's typing away frantically.
It's also that video involves Thomas getting absolutely... his ACLs got ripped apart by Beth Gordon.
Correct me if I'm wrong, you were on the floor getting twisted inside
I'm
out.
I'm not even a footballer, bro. I'm barely a rugby league player.
Anyway, back to Ryan Teague, who could beat both of us in many different aspects of
life?
Of life, I think, in general.
Yeah.
Wow. What a historic rise this year Teague's been. Obviously got his first Socceroo cap as well, Abs.
Yeah.
Did brilliantly in that qualifying period in that month. But that goal from a holding midfield, Abs, as a 6 on 8, wow, different level. Technique.
Amazing. Look, they basically, first half it was done.
Done, finished.
We love the people at MacArthur.
We like the players at MacArthur.
We love the players at MacArthur. Thomas more often than not loves his...
Be honest.
Daily dose of Marin Jakolic.
Costa goes, Lolly goes. Who else would you sign? You sign Jakolic. Leading assist and goals combined.
Yeah, I'd probably
Son
take.
Jakolic.
I'd take Martin on the left.
Of course you would. No, but just
Renner, Piscopo.
what a player Renault is. Abdul, back on Renault's club victory. I think you are right. It was ended in that first half. They just think Victory dominated. I think Victory had to come out in that they simultaneously ended MacArthur's hopes as well. And I think it was just a brilliant game to watch all around.
Yeah, look, Economidis got a goal late in the second half, but that's it. It was done then and there. They do play the Wanderers on Saturday. They want to play Party Poopers to their top two hopes. But look, overall, it was. If you look at the stats, it was a fairly even game. 50-50 ball possession, 16 shots to MacArthur, 15 to Melbourne. Victory, and the XG honestly was MacArthur's way. Victory's XG was 1.13, but
Mate,
so
it was over.
it was over. I think MacArthur will go back to the drawing board at the end of the season.
But again, Mile signed an extension, Abs.
yeah.
I'm not sure.
I think he's good for the club.
Correct. He's good
Because
for that community, the club.
just look at who he's lost. Remember, we had them top 6
We did.
at one point, and look at their lineup now. They've got Jakolic, Scott, Holman, and Economidis almost playing as a front four. But
So my question to you is, Abs, as you rightfully pointed out, still got Bernardo at the club, still got Danny De Silva, still got Economidis. So there's some attacking talent there, Abs. If you could bring in two positions, tell me. I think there's a number 9 needed there, Abs.
no, I think Sawyer's good enough
He's only scored 3 goals.
still. But he's
Three
growing,
goals.
bro. Yeah, but he's still a young kid.
36 games.
Correct, but I
3
think,
goals.
Yeah, but let him grow, dude. Let him grow. Let him grow into the team. It's not so much I think him as a striker. I think it's the style of the team. They're not
So why would you sacrifice the style of a team, bring in a striker that fits the style?
because aside from Martin Jakolic, you're basically already looking for a new winger. So you've got Martin who is proven to be able to play assists. But if I
So what's the two positions?
right wing and either centre back or midfield, because look, Brandon's like 35.
Yeah.
He's probably gonna call it a day soon.
Well,
and-
Scott's good. I think Tommy's good. Philip Kurt I wouldn't touch.
no,
Philip Kurt I wouldn't touch.
look, I'm a sucker for a tall striker. I like you're tall in the box.
Peter Crouch is his favourite player.
Kai Havertz, but same.
Apologies.
6'4", 6'5". I think Sawyer's about 2 meters himself.
Crouch over Kai anyway. Sorry, Karen.
I think if you bring in not like a lolly, more like they could do with a Kraev, like a style winger on the right.
Yeah.
And you have him there. You just play into him. Right now, he's got 3 8s behind him. Martin Jakolic probably gets double teamed week in, week out because they know he's the
they know the
attacking
type.
threat. And then the right side isn't really doing much for him. So it has to be.
as well, but
You can bring in they've got Economidis as well, who did score this game.
Chris is top.
But yeah, I think a midfielder and a winger for me. Just more of an attacking midfielder.
Yeah. Onto Victory Abs quickly before we move on to hopefully my great club. Soon we'll get there, hopefully eventually. Abdul, I thought Victory really, really showed that they're not here to muck around. I think they really want this top 4 spot because obviously it allows them a home final and compared to their not so noisy neighbours, Melbourne City, I think Victory and Wanderers really benefit from their home ground that we saw that. And I think they're really gunning for that top 4. And I think they will get that top 4, Abs, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, look, I'm pretty sure that top 4's set at this point. Like if we look at the table at the moment,
Fifth can still catch them. So.
okay, 2nd to 5th is a free for all. Like Melbourne City play Sydney FC. Let's just say Sydney FC win. They need the win, or they get a draw. They get a win or a draw either way. They go on 40 points, which jumps above Adelaide. Adelaide have played all their games.
Yeah,
That's
Adelaide
it.
played,
So unless Sydney FC lose, Adelaide are not making finals.
Correct.
All right, let's just say Sydney FC beat them. Melbourne City don't pick up any points. You got Western United on 44. Western Sydney
Western
Wanderers.
play Auckland.
Yes. I'm going to assume Auckland win that game.
I'm going to assume Western win that. I'll tell you why, Abdul. I think they're going to rest.
Why? They have a week off.
Exactly.
No.
Fuck, man. Long, grueling season. Travelling from Auckland every single week. That's not easy.
Yeah, but they have a week off.
Do they play away?
Auckland? I'll tell you. No, it's at Western. Yeah, but Tom,
They won't travel. You're telling me.
Yeah, but they're guaranteed a week off. They've got, and usually there's a break in between the finals. Am I right? So this is the last week.
Normally, I don't remember now.
Finals don't start next week. They start the week
Correct.
after. So I think Auckland won't rest players. I think they'll want to send that statement, finish on 56 points.
Risk an injury?
Potentially, look, at the end of the day, that could be the case. But I think Auckland beat Western United.
Okay.
I think that the Wanderers beat MacArthur.
Yep.
And I think that Sydney FC beat Melbourne City. So,
Victory play.
victory play. I think
Perth
they
or
got an
Brisbane?
easy game, bro.
Perth or Brisbane or...
Newcastle.
Oh, no.
At Melbourne victory.
I think they want to send Stanton off.
Yeah, but they're playing in Melbourne. I don't. Jets. Look, Jets travel well, actually.
Jets play better away than home.
I'm gonna go. You know what? I'm gonna be Switzerland. They're gonna get a draw. I think that game. The Jets travel
Does
whenever.
that put them into top 4 mathematically? It does. If Western lose.
Okay, Melbourne City lose. Western United lose. Wanderers go to 46 points in second. Sydney FC go to 40 points in
6th.
and Victory go to 45 in third. So you end up being Auckland, Wanderers, Victory,
Western. City Western.
City,
Western.
Western United, Sydney FC. So you end up with a Melbourne City, Western United final, and then a Melbourne City and Sydney FC for week 1 final. Is that correct?
No, I'm
40.
not sure how that works.
Hold on, 45.
Regardless, that's one hell of a fixture list.
Yeah, 'cause-
Seriously, regardless.
No. Unless
Right.
fucking Victory win. Unless, let's just say, Victory win by 3 goals and Melbourne City lose by 2.
Oh, I don't like the mathematics. I
Yeah.
don't like that.
But I think that's going to be the likelihood. Anyway, on to the next game. Just a quick one. Brisbane 1-0 against Wellington.
I saw some 3-number stat and I got turned off.
Beringa scored, mate.
Yeah, but I saw some 3-number stat on Instagram. It was like this many days we haven't lost. I just turned off that.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
No. Look, I think they've won the last 3 or something. They've been on a decent run of form over there. Yeah. But yeah, they've had a treacherous run of form at home. They haven't won.
How is he still in a job? They can't hire anyone. I don't.
Tom, I don't know if you saw what he said in the press conference.
I did see what Ruben saw. Ruben said.
Like, and shout out to the suited and booted boys. They were talking about it as well. I think it was Jerome that said it. He's got a point. If you're turning around and telling me that he's gonna have to come out and basically quote unquote, out people without saying their name, that tells you where the club's at. If you're not spending all the money that you're getting in the cap on the players, where's it going? Where is it going? Either no one wants to play for Brisbane, but if I offer half the NPL here in New South Wales,
But I'll go tomorrow.
that's what I'm saying.
Go tomorrow,
So where's the issue?
Yeah.
It's like basically, you've got 3 people in a room. I give everyone $100, and yet somehow you'll only spend 30. How does that work? You got $100. I'm telling you to spend that $100. Go spend it.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
You have
with
to spend it, yeah.
Like, you're not helping yourself not spending
Correct.
it. But look, they got the win. I think they
It was a decent
played.
goal as well.
It was. They can't finish last anymore. So congratulations, Perth Glory. But
Well,
it's good.
listen, they made it difficult for Auckland.
They did. You mean Wellington?
Perth played what?
No, I'm talking about Brisbane.
Oh no, I was talking about Perth Auckland.
Mate, on Brisbane standards, 7 points in the last 9. You beat Western United 2-1, and then they drew with Adelaide.
They
Who
beat
would've-
Western 2-1. That's what.
Yeah, and then somehow Anyway, we won't get to that. We'll get to that point actually. Next game. Have your moment.
Can I make a statement of?
Sure.
We're making the grand final.
All right, Milanovic, calm down.
Nicholas Milanovic, listen, this is for you, my friend. There is a strong, almost certain link to Scotland. There's been rumours. You can send half that wage to the UBF boys who supported you from day one. So no problem if you like that.
What do you mean? All of it, mate. All of it.
Relax, settle yourself. Yeah, there's only one.
We'll leave him enough for he's going to Aberdeen. Scotland. Yeah, enough for some haggis on the weekend, and he'll be fine.
Anyway, we heard what you said, Nicholas, that they're here not to basically participate, they're here to take over, etc. What a better way to send your former club off before you go than to fucking deliver something for the club. Abdul, normally that game that we saw unfold in the first 5 minutes, Jets were all over us. All over us. Yeah. They were fucking going. They were running down. First minute, I'm walking down with my chair with Abdul. Abdul taps me on the shoulder. His big hand taps me on the shoulder. I'm going off. They're on the attack. Priest from XFA edge of the box. Where?
Oscar. Yeah.
That's never happened before. It's never happened. Normally we're soft, especially from Oscar. Commits the foul, gets the yellow, no problem. The game management from that standard was incredible. When we needed to foul, we fouled. When we needed to not foul, we didn't foul. We took control of those moments, Abdul, like I've never seen a Wanderers team in the last 5 or 6 years. I'll be honest with you. The game management of that game was incredible.
Can I give flowers to someone who I don't think actually gets enough flowers? Oscar Priestman.
Yeah, that's what.
I know, like in a sense, you mentioned that, and I think he's come a long way since the start of this season. Because I remember at the start of this year, everyone's like, "Oh,
Cicluna, we need you."
Cicluna, we need Cicluna in. Oh, Priestman starting. Oh, Brilliante starting." No, I think they've proved everyone wrong.
Can I go back to my moment?
Go back to your moment.
Thanks, Abdul. If it wasn't for Ryan Scott, I think it'd be 2 or 3 abs for the Wanderers. Likewise with Lawrence Thomas. Lockie Rose missed a really, really big one. Really, really big one.
Yeah.
And I think Lockie, if we have his time again, he will take that. And lastly, I want to move on to our fans. Okay. Now, like I said to you, Abdul, avid member of the Wanderers since its inception. Me and my father.
April 6, 2012.
Wasn't actually. It was close enough. But me and my father travelled down to Newcastle Abs, believe it was April 2013, when we lifted the Premier's plate for the first time. 3-0 against the Jets. Rocky Visconti scored, 25-yard rocket. Never forget that moment. And that was the last time I saw Newcastle packed from a Wanderers fans, Abdul. 2013.
Yeah.
That felt like it again.
100%.
Now you can say we're winning, you can say we're bad, I don't really care. That's the standard of level in Australia. Okay, so it's not just our club, Abdul. In Australia, that's the standard level. But it's really good to see the club doing well. It's really, really good to see. And nothing more would bring joy to the Wanderers' hearts than a Melbourne City win.
Yeah, all right.
We'll get that in there. What was your thoughts on the game, Abs? Because you were there as well, obviously.
Look, Jets could have got something out of it, but
I
again,
agree.
it came down, and I'll stick by what I say. I think with the Wanderers, they're in a great run of form, but I really want to see you guys be tested by.
Hopefully Saturday.
Hopefully, I think MacArthur are going to go gun ho. They've got nothing.
They've got nothing to lose.
Which probably
Marin,
means,
u subotu nemo ništa radit, molim vas. Do you want to know what I just said, Abs?
Mate.
Have a guess.
ajmo ekipu.
Ajmo ekipu.
Nah, look,
I basically prayed for Marin. I said, Marin, please don't do anything on Saturday.
Look, I hope he does actually. No, but I'll be honest. I think they've done really well. I want to see. How do I explain it? When you're not playing well,
You want to see us tested.
I want to see you guys get tested.
Yeah.
I want to see the Western Sydney Wanderers. I don't want them having a good game. I want to see what you're like when
The chips are down.
Barello isn't fucking running as he usually do. When Milanovic isn't scoring bangers from outside the box. When freaking Krajev was causing all sorts of trouble. Freaking Gersbach was coming up and causing trouble.
I always told you about Alex.
But I want to see a backs to the wall performance, and then I can turn around and say, you guys are going to win something.
Was it a backs to the wall performance Abdul against an Auckland or against a Western United? Abs?
No, but with Auckland, all right, yeah, you went down early. You probably could have had a goal before you conceded that, but you dominated possession.
What about Western Abs? Western, Thomas was making saves like Bonatic was doing goal line clearances.
Thomas, that game I think is probably the best example, but I'm talking like
For 90 minutes.
for 90 minutes.
But that's in our control, Abs. That's in our control to not let us play like that. And I think Stadges, especially in these last 3 months, has instilled a culture that's not acceptable. Those standards are not. It's not tolerable.
But I'm not saying you're being pelted fucking 90 minutes at a time. I'm saying let's just say you play MacArthur and MacArthur just go tit for tat with you, tit for tat, and it's going to test your resolve. Now Newcastle really had nothing to play for aside from it's the last home game of the season. Like they didn't really care too much. I just want to talk about the news about our good friend Nicholas Milanovic. Like you said, off to Aberdeen. Do you think he's ready? Be honest. I think he could do it another season. Just be the man for another year and then leave with your head high.
He was our man last year as well, Abs. With Barello.
But last year was the boy that stepped up.
Okay. I think if he has another 5 games,
Yeah.
metaphorically, it could be 5-4 games. If he has another 5-4 games, Abs, and he is the shit, and he wins us something, and he fucking puts on man of the match performances 9 out of 10 every game, he's ready.
I agree. If he leaves on a high, you win the league and you win, at the end of the year in the grand final, you win that, and he plays his part 100%.
Do I think he's going to be starting in Aberdeen for the first 6 weeks? No. No, I don't. I'll be honest with you, no.
There are many players in this league that could go overseas.
Correct.
By your
Your exports that have been over there.
Yeah. I don't think there's many players in this league that could go to Europe and start.
We've seen Goreng. He hasn't necessarily hit the highs.
Your 28, 29-year-olds maybe. I could see like a Piscopo or a Machach possibly going to a mid-table bottom Netherlands or the
Maybe,
Dutch, Danish, something around there.
Yeah, maybe, yeah.
And maybe starting. But when you look at Milo, when you look at, we've said Archie Goodwin and Noah Botic, not just yet. And I fear it could break him because I don't know Nicholas.
He's a confidence player.
Personally, but I could tell he's a confidence player. And I could tell that if you drop him for 3-4 weeks.
We'll see.
On to the next game. Melbourne City, nil. Adelaide, nil.
Fuck Adelaide. Dylan Prayers. Fuck. Dylan, as that ball's coming to you in the 89th minute, do you take it around the keeper, big man?
So credit to him, he got on the ball. I don't think many people would have got on.
No, I agree. I
And,
agree because he pressed their centre back really, really well.
and to be fair, he's playing right back.
Correct.
So I'm not going to blame Dylan for the 0-0.
89th minute takes them 3 points clear.
Yeah.
Of FC. That would have done it. Correct. That would have done it. No.
No, it would have.
You would have had to win.
Would have had to.
Shit, man, if you draw, I am done.
I just need, if someone can figure it out, what's it going to take to see a Sydney Wanderers grand final?
Anyway, we'll just,
No.
Okay,
Like,
I don't know. It would
positional wise, just like it would kill you guys. It would absolutely kill you guys if we get in there, just at the tip of our like nails, and then just make it all the way to the final to beat you.
Abdul, I had a wonderful.
After you had your best season in fuck knows how long.
We haven't. I had a wonderful gathering, Abdul, with my family, and that was a very well accepted event.
Yeah.
But as I was walking out, my lovely uncle asked, Thomas, I said, yes. Would you sacrifice a Wanderers top 2 finish,
Yeah.
an FC out,
Yeah.
or FC in? So basically finish top 4. So finish 3rd and 4th, but FC make it. Or NFC don't make it.
Finish second and FC make it, or finish 3rd and 4th and FC don't make it.
Thank you for your mathematics. And I chose the latter, obviously. I just don't, anytime they're in, they somehow scrape.
Like last season. Almost made the final. Should have made the final.
We didn't. Up the Mariners.
If it wasn't for
Up the Mariners.
the referee. Anyway.
But do you agree? I mean, like, there's something about your club. I don't know why Kurchowski somehow scores this late minute winner. I don't know how Segicic in the 92nd minute. Thank God for Dylan Leopard. He's one of your favourite player, by the way. Thank God for Dylan Leopard coming in at the end, because there's just somehow you always get in the last somehow.
It's just how we're built on that. We never give up. We never,
All right, fucking Australia slogan. Relax.
like at the end of the day, we're a club that we're built on success. We're built on winning trophies, and to win trophies, it means you never give up. And it means that you fight and scratch and crawl for 90 minutes and you get that result. We've done it multiple times this season. And I state to what I said, we have not had a good season. For a team like that to be 7th with one game remaining, conceding 41 goals, scoring 52. You got Lolly, Klimala, Kaczarski, and Costa up front, and yet somehow I feel like we struggle to score goals.
With Adrian Segicic. Without Adrian Segicic.
It's without Segicic as well. Like,
So now we look at that game
Yeah.
with Western and FC. Okay, we go there. And we think to ourselves, if it wasn't for, what's your keeper's name?
Harrison Devenish Myers,
That brother.
HDMI.
Okay, if it wasn't for HDMI cable, and for his goalkeeping heroics from the corner from Thurgate, that's 2-0. Be honest. Did you look in it at all?
Is it weird that I think if we go 2-0 down, we might actually score a goal? I think the fact that Western had that goal lead
Early goal as well.
kind of let them actually sit back, and they knew what they had.
Was it a foul in the build-up though? Because we looked at it, and a couple of times Michael Roos goes for the header. I believe it was Joel King. I believe. I'm not sure if it was. And he goes with his body, and he puts maybe a shoulder into Joel King's back. gets the ball, they break, then Zaki plays a beautiful ball to Grimaldi and scores.
You give that away, you open yourself up to soft free kicks and all of that throughout the game.
Like with the Simbi rule in the rugby league. Oh, look what I know, Salah.
Don't start me on
Look
that.
what I
man.
know. Anyway,
FYI, they now changed the rule.
after the fan outrage.
After 18 sin bins this week, the quick sidestep. Long story short, they now can't go back and rule upon things the referees have missed unless it's a send-off offence.
Oh, they're going into VAR territory.
So
Lovely.
in football terms,
Lovely.
In football terms, if it's like VAR not being able to go back and rule a goal offside if it's
Foul in the build-up.
3 passes before.
Yeah.
For example,
Before the ball hasn't
if,
gone out.
if I pass the ball and it hits the opposition defender and then it still makes its way to my teammate, it's like VAR not being able to rule on anything that's happened before it hit the defender.
I don't like that.
Anyway, yeah, look, like I go back. We need to win. I think it's a hugely disappointing season for the club overall, considering our girls haven't done
Do you
very
make
well.
it? No, genuine.
Dude, okay. Mathematically, it's a 66.67% chance that we get a result and make the final.
Extension 2 maths. Listen to me. Be honest with me.
Yes.
Do you make it?
Yes.
Is it a winner or a draw?
You know my thoughts on Melbourne City.
Okay. Is it a winner or a draw?
It's a draw.
Is it a goalless draw?
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you think Tilio maybe has his way against his old club?
Nah.
Max Caputo, no?
No. I reckon it's either going to be a goalless draw or we win. I don't see a way where Melbourne City actually.
At home?
It's,
With 0 fans, I agree.
it's away.
Yeah, at home for City.
Oh, for City. Yeah. Dude, if we're playing with urgency and we're
Fuck, you've got to.
we have to. I think Costa turns up.
Oh, fuck, we've been
It
playing
just
for him.
screams Costa just actually realizing, I can play football now and actually play
Let's
at a
go
level.
for it.
You know, I've seen him play with urgency this season and he's an absolute, like, no one can touch
Oh,
him.
it's the best of the league.
Now, I want to move on to the next game.
Are we finally crowning our premiers?
Yes, we are. Auckland 1, Perth Glory 0. France.
Auckland, you're fulfilling the prophecy of the West Sydney Wanderers in the first year. Well done, Auckland. Well done to the club. Well done to Bimby. You have a good relationship with him. I hope you texted him. Well done.
Me and Bimby are like that, mate. We're like, you know, we're besties.
Is that why you went out with me for coffee this morning? Or?
That's why I've been avoiding your phone calls. I've been hanging out with me, Mr. Corica, always getting coffee. Mate, look, you're always welcome here at Moorebank, Bimby, and the Auckland FC team and community and society. You know, you're always welcome to come jump on our show.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Abdul, first of all, they need to make a grand final to be even in the conversation with the Wanderers. Just want to remind you of our discussion.
It's not like you've won any of them anyway, but yeah, we'll get there. Look, before we get into that conversation, credit to Go Media Stadium. 24,221 people at the game that day. That's how it's done.
Absolutely, of course. To welcome you in the incumbent premiers.
Yeah.
Absolutely agree. And obviously they knew the equation before the match started.
Yeah.
Want to give a quick shout out to Perth Abs. I know there hasn't been much to shout at. Last on the leaderboard. That's okay. Ollie Sale, homeboy. Did we see that save?
Yes. After the season.
That's a Yashin Award save, brother.
Yeah.
He had no right to save that. No right.
Yeah.
And if you look at it, some would say just hit him. No. The way he raised his elbow, it sort of hit elbow face up. And to get it over the crossbar from that close, different level save.
I think he's, considering the mistakes that have come out of him this season, I
Yeah.
think that's a very good, reputable, you know, shows that he's still got a type of save.
Him or Paulson, who would you choose?
Oh, Paulson, bro.
Okay, good answer. Let's not steal.
Interesting fact.
Oh,
Interest-
Statman's back.
Statman's
Talk
back.
to me, Stat.
Just did a quick calculation, actually, just on the spot. Auckland FC this week, their attendance
Yep.
was just about the same amount as the rest of the games combined. That is ridiculous. 24,000 people, 221.
How much did Melbourne City get? 5, wasn't it?
5 at Melbourne City. Hold on.
2 at Western.
I'm going to round up. 4 at MacArthur.
That's generous.
6 at Brisbane.
10,
8 at Newcastle.
18,
5 at Melbourne City.
23.
And then say 3 at Western United, 26. And then take away about 2K from rounding.
24. Same.
Yeah. Because I'm rounding, given that I'm not going to sit here and count.
Extension 2, relax.
Yeah.
24 first.
That is insane, bro. Look, they're doing a good job over there.
Of course they
A very, very good job. Again, congratulations. Not going to get too much.
Did they win it?
Okay. Okay, I'll tell you this.
Who's the one team that could cause them those problems? Knowing the way they play.
It's the two Sydney teams, man. Honest to God.
Could I pose you something? Western.
United.
The way they attack.
Mark my words, Western United going out
First round.
first week.
Okay.
First week.
Yeah, no, they beat you, but that's okay.
I honestly think it's the two Sydney teams.
I think it's victory. If it's not Western, it's victory.
I think you guys are gonna have a good run. If you guys lose this, I don't want to see you lose a game because I know for a fact
For the finals.
bro, you've gone like 11 or 12 games unbeaten. Before that, we were freaking screaming issues. We were wondering where you guys have gone wrong and done this and done that. If you guys lose a game, I don't want to see it. I just don't want to see you guys capitulate after this good run of form and we've brought the fans back and we've blah, 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 blah. FC, if they go on a run and if they fucking just switch it on, I think they're the team to cause trouble. And not because I'm an FC fan. Victory can be beaten. City can be beaten. Western United can be beaten. And we've seen it against you guys.
If Adelaide staying or they don't. No.
Look, I'm putting my heart out on the line here.
But we like Dylan.
We like Dylan. It's not Dylan's fault at the end of the day. Football is a team game. There's 11 players on the field and a manager on the side.
Have we heard the rumour as well, Abs? One of the coaching staff at Adelaide is off to Newcastle. Mark Milligan, Abdul. Mark Milligan is on his way to Newcastle.
Where'd you hear that, Tom? Twitter?
Twitter, baby. That was one of the rumours. Abdul, where does that leave Adelaide? Is there anyone that they look at? Maybe does a Rob Stanton do a reversal? Nah, we saw his interview. It was a nice interview. Needs time, though, brother.
We've both had our moments in the press conference with him.
Do you like Rob?
I love Rob. And I think I asked him a question. I think it was against Sydney last Sunday. And I asked him, I'm like, Rob, a lot of people are talking about, how Newcastle are going to benefit from, you leaving or like what you've been, how Newcastle are going to benefit from the work that you've done and what you've left behind. I said, Rob, what have you benefited personally from being here?
Nice.
And he turns around to me, he's like, mate, he just took back of you. He's like, mate, that's a really good question. And then I'll pull it up. I think.
And he went for 20 minutes. Monologue. Yeah.
Mind you, Ulfie was in the room. Because Ulfie walked in at the wrong time because I don't think the team travelled down with Newcastle. Okay. So Rob just walked in, sat down at the press conference. And then Ulfie was just in the back corner sitting at the chair watching. And I looked at Ulfie and I'm like, you're going to ask a question? He's like, no, he's good. But yeah, look, I love Rob and I wish him the best. Yeah. I think he's a great man. I just don't think Newcastle was his they need
a man manager. They need someone to come in there and go, this is my club. Don't give a shit what anyone else says. Don't give a about the investors of what we got. I'm running it my way, and you're going to listen to it.
Yeah, but look, Rob was like that though.
Rob was similar. He wasn't like.
But he's not bigger than the club. They need a Poch. That club needs a Pochettino.
Pochettino, get in contact. The USA men's national team is doing shit.
Yeah, I think they need someone like that because you got so many youngsters. It's a great catchment area.
Good point in terms of
And if Eli goes, Lockie goes.
If Eli goes there and
Ben Gibson goes. You're losing all your star players. Willie Sol's probably on his way.
Taylor. Willie Sol's back to Brazil, brother. Don't worry about Willie Sol.
Hey, Lockie Bayliss' brother played yesterday at the RPR Marconi game. Fucking.
Thank you for following the page.
He's an absolute fucking weapon. And the other one, Jake True.
Oh, yeah.
Bro.
He's the Timokovsky of the swap, and Timokovsky will go back.
You reckon?
To the NPL, and True will go up.
Yeah, look, I'm
gutted for JT because JT had fucking so much potential.
Yeah, look, Stadge, great man.
Stadge doesn't rate him.
Not even doesn't rate him. Great system, but his system is so player dependent. I'm sorry.
So if Milo and Barella goes, are we fucked?
I think if Barella goes, you're fucked. I think if Milo goes, I think you'll be fine. You got Hammond.
Fine.
You've got Hammond.
Hammond, I think, was very ineffective that first half, Abdul.
Yeah, but he also hasn't started for a while. Remember, he started the last time when Milo was suspended. I saw a tweet yesterday. Shout out to Ryan75867901.
Fucking Minecraft username. Yes. Yes, Ryan, tell me.
I don't know how true this is, but apparently Adrian Segacic will join the Western Sydney Wanderers next year on a 2-year deal with an option of an extra year. He will replace the outgoing Nicholas Milanovic, who is set to join Aberdeen. Now, before you get your 2 cents in, if he does that, I think it might turn out worse than freaking Milos. It might turn out worse than Milos Ninkovic, because bro, you can't, man.
You tell me when I can go.
You can't. Like, of all teams, join Victory, join City, join West United. Fuck, you'll start at West United. You and Noah Botic, man. Fucking, you could be besties.
Start at Wanderers, mate.
He'd start at Wanderers, but you can't, man. You can't do that.
Are you ready?
Go.
Adrian. Doji Doma. Come home, mate.
No.
Come home. You started in the West. Your parents are from the West. I see you at King Tom regularly, Adrian. Adrian, come home, mate. Come home, brother.
He's home.
Don't worry about none of this Europe's calling. Have you at the Wanderers, brother. Come join the incumbent premiers. And then you can go. Have you 1 year?
No, I think he does that, bro.
Abdul, at the end of the day, Abdul, everyone bleeds red.
Nah, bro.
Adrian's one of us.
Yeah. Well, where do you fit in the black?
Pardon?
You bleed red. What about the black? You're red and black.
He wears red and black.
Listen, I just don't want to see it happen. I really don't. I just think that he's
That's an FC fan, of course.
he's an FC boy through and through.
He's not.
No, but like he's like, before he went to Europe, I'm pretty sure he was still with us as well.
He was. He left your club to go from Europe on loan. Abdul, but there's something about the club, something about the Wanderers that just that.
Yeah, it's
Coming home, Babs.
It's all good and well when shit's
No,
going
no,
fine.
I've said this before.
But that we saw, look, I haven't watched the A-League as long as you have,
Mm-hmm.
but in the last 2 and a bit years, I've seen enough ups and downs from the Wanderers to see that, you know, when things are going well, it's going well.
We were in the gutter from 16, 17
Yeah.
to about 21, 22.
Yeah. Look,
In the gutter.
football, the A-League, it's better for the A-League when the Wanderers are doing well. It's better for the A-League when FC are doing well because we get numbers. We'll churn out $13,000, not dollars, 13,
I wish. Hello. League, please.
14,000 people every game when we're doing well. But ultimately, bro, they can't, man. Adrian don't do that to me. It hurts, man. If Lolly left, I wouldn't be this upset. But I don't know. It's been so good to us. Anyway.
UBF viewers, look forward to a Segacic announcement soon. No, I'm joking. Look forward to a A-League Finals season review app, which I'm looking forward to. Basically, having a chat with some of our best goals, our funniest moments, our final thoughts before the final series apps. I really look forward to that.
Look, I'm going to end it there. We talked about the West United Sydney FC game. Could have been, should have been, didn't happen. Fucking, it is what it is.
It's like their season, guys.
I mean,
Be honest. If Hayden Matthews stayed, you reckon you back?
makes no difference. Our problem has been at the back.
Be like Hayden. Yeah, just wanna
Oh, I
play.
love Hayden Matthews. With all my heart. My favourite Portsmouth player. What do you call him at Arncliffe? Portsmouth.
Carry on.
Lovely Hayden Matthews. I wish him all the best in recovery as well.
Yes.
But I don't think it makes a difference. And that's no disrespect to Hayden. We probably concede less goals. But you can't win games if you don't score goals. And how
Thank you, Einstein.
when you're playing freaking Joe Lolly at left wing back and you're look, it's an Adrian Segacic headache because he's forced his way into the team. Play Costa at Cam. Like, it's not
Has
hard.
he got the legs to play Costa Cam?
He done it at the start of the season and it was working. We beat you with Costa at Cam.
Yeah, but he wasn't the main reason why he beat us. Mata sat him on the floor twice. Oh, does Mata go or stay, by the way?
It probably stays. I think he stays 1 more year.
One.
Bro, I
Do a
think
couple
he's
of interviews
settled
with the
in.
club.
Speaking of Juan, by the time this comes out, actually, what are we, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday? No, it should come out before that.
Hopefully, we'd like to think so.
Hopefully, if the guy's sitting over there. Next week. Okay.
He might not have a job next week.
Yeah. We might do his firing on camera.
Carry on.
Yeah, so Juan Mata and the Western Sydney Wanderers have put together an event, or the Western Sydney Wanderers have put together an event called Juan Night Only.
Is it on one night, Abdul?
Yes, it is. It's on.
What night is it on?
It's on Thursday, and I'll be honest with you, I'm keen. Announcement: we are hosting the Q&A section of that event alongside Adam
Abdul?
Peacock and Kat Haddad, who are
How does it feel to work for my club?
great.
You excited for the opportunity, Abdul?
Very much. I'm trying to find the Juan Mata meme. I'll put in there.
At the end
That's
of
the
the day-
only thing that matters at the moment.
At the end of the day, Abs, the one thing that matters is that we'll be on the mic.
No, it's good, bro. Look, all jokes aside, we've been doing this for
that's so bad.
17 months now. It's been good. I think a lot of the opportunities that I opened up and things that we've been able to do are forever grateful. And it starts with the people that follow us and watch our stuff. And being able to do something like that with Adam Peacock of all people. And then you got Kat Haddad, who we had on the show like very, very early
14
days.
months ago.
And we've been fortunate enough. Like we can
contact.
call her a friend of the
Yeah,
show as
absolutely.
well. And
We've got to have one Christmas party there at the end of maybe 2 or 3
UBF
days.
Christmas party. Just invite everyone that's ever been involved. with
Dylan's
the show.
come. Tom Samrani's come. Now, does Tom get on the dance floor? Does Tom sit in the section with
I
me?
think Tom's got some moves. I think Tom Samani might bust a hit.
Bust it.
Yeah, he might just.
What about Dylan? Dylan comes on.
Oh, Dylan's
Would Hayden make the flight on Abs?
I hope so. I hope.
Would he bring a guest?
Yeah, we would. We'd
No, would he bring a guest
Oh, surely.
from overseas? Bring +1.
Bring all the Portsmouth. Oh, bring Murphy's brother.
Bring Cassini Yengi. Hello.
Oh yeah, I'm sure he'd want to come party.
And then
with
like Claude's and Kat Sasso. You bring everyone on.
us. Yeah.
100%.
Who else have we had on? KG. You had
Anthony.
Anthony. Who else have we
My
had
mother
on?
and father. would you invite my mother
I feel
and
like
father?
hold on, I'm forgetting some guests. Wait, Taylor Ray.
Taylor Ray.
We've had George last week. Who else did we have? Can you remind us of some guest producers?
Eli Adams.
Eli Adams,
Ben Gibson.
Ben Gibson,
Sheridan
Sheridan Gallagher.
Gallagher.
Fuck. She'll get out of my way. It's my time to dance. Yes.
She would be front and center of that dance floor.
Who else would we have? I feel like I'm forgetting some guests. We've already said so. We've had her dad, Catherine Cannulli,
Olin Seckers, Nick Stav.
Oliver's, Nick Stav. We've had a lot of guests on, man. If we're gonna dive into the plays we've interviewed post game, half the A-League will be there.
Relax your casual flex.
No, like
That was so zesty. Sorry, cut that part out.
no, that's staying in there.
Sorry.
Oh, Chiefy will be here. All the pressers will have.
Oh my God.
Our good
Imagine
friend-
Alan. Imagine Alan and Rob. So what was your thoughts on the game? Yeah, quite good.
Great.
Yeah. And then, Rob, how was your day? 30-minute monologue of the day.
Hey, credit to him. He's got time.
Rob's the goat, man.
Listen, you'd love to work at Paramount. Mick just said, Mick's got to
Oh,
be
Mick's got to come. Mick's got to be there.
there. Look,
Guys, we don't know Mick. What's a quick 10-second rundown before we end the show on Mick? Actually, give us a sentence of Mick. Give me like a sentence of Mick.
oh no, it's the
Love
Brisbane Royal
Island
press
enthusiast.
conference. No. Oh no, it's the Brisbane Royal press conference. Get me out of here. No, they're lovely, man. Like
the goat.
yeah. No, look,
Big fan of the UBA podcast.
Long story short, we're very appreciative for everything that's
Absolutely.
happened in the last 17 months. And, we've got a lot of things in the works for you guys. And when I say some big things happening, some massive things happening, especially with the content that we're filming, some things we're working on,
Some things that might be coming out as well.
some things that might be coming out as well. We'll be sneak peek. We'll be at Sky Park on Wednesday with Malachi White and Izinaziak.
Meletic won't be there.
Meletic won't be there. Meletic is at work. So we'll be there with Wilco and potentially meeting some of the boys after. We're doing a bit of...
As a Wanderers fan,
Yeah.
I'm not going to say on camera, but could you get a certain photo with a certain man? Thank you.
I'll tell him you're a Wanderers fan and he'll tell you to look at it like Pandejo. Anyway.
Not if you join the club, big man. Adrian, come and join it again, brother. Would you like that plug? That was a good plug. You know that.
Look, all in all, gonna end it there. I think that's been it. Let us know what you guys think. We pretty much A-League's kind of been the talk of the town recently.
Yes.
And
Before we go, you've reminded me. My producer just texted me as well now, so thank you. Can we please remind our viewers of the A-League women's results up quickly? So I'll do Adelaide versus Western United. Chloe Lagazzo and the girls are out. Adelaide United, first final, I believe, since 2008. I saw something like that, I believe. So, congratulations to the club. They will be versing Melbourne Victories. Congratulations to them. And Abs, take us to Taylor Ray and the girls.
Taylor AFC, and I'm joking.
Oh, careful.
The Central Coast Mariners, Emma Husband and the girls, 2-1 against Canberra. I did not know who to support there because I'll be honest with you, we got Taylor and Annalise and a few of the girls up there that, you know, we've been fortunate enough to, you know, be able to have on the show and have some laughs with after
Bethany
the game.
and Michelle on the other
And then you
side.
got Bethany and Michelle. I have to say, Michelle must be one of the nicest people I've ever met,
she's
ever.
lovely.
Like we
Lovely.
spoke with her, and you know,
She was signing stuff. She goes, okay, guys, just wait a second. No worries.
she's like, "Are we ready?" I'm like, "Yeah, let's go, Michelle." But you got Mariners play Melbourne City, Adelaide play Melbourne Victory. If it's not a Melbourne v Melbourne game, I'd be very surprised. I'm all for Taylor Ray winning another league title. That'll be 4 in a row for her.
Go.
But love you, Taylor. I just don't think Holly McNamara's gonna, you know.
I don't think
have
she's
a
going
laugh.
to let you get that fourth one easily, to be honest.
Although I'm rooting for you guys, I'm rooting for the Mariners in this.
Me too.
I'll be honest with you.
Hot take. Tiana Fuller makes the 2026 Asian Cup squad, and we'll leave it there.
Ooh.
I have been Thomas. Help me out there, Abs.
That was a big call.
It's a hot take. You end the show like that. That's it.
Hopefully she does.
You don't think she will?
I think Indiana Dos Santos is making the squad
I agree. I think Tiana's on the preliminary.
ahead of Tiana.
Tiana's a wonderful.
Tiana's a wonderful
See the
player.
assist for the goal today as well.
Indiana's got Tanua, but
Did you see the assist?
beautiful. But I think Indiana's got a bit more Tanua under her belt, even though I think they're about the same age.
Oh, I think
No, Indiana's got a year on her. Yeah. Anyway, look, we're going to end it there. Let us know what you guys think
of the new format.
of the new
For
format.
1 week and 1 week only.
It's 1 week and 1 week early. But if it does well, and you guys enjoy it,
We'll have a discussion.
we'll have a discussion and we'll switch it up. We were meant to go for half an hour. How long have we gone for? Oh my god. Yeah. There's no such thing as a short
I love having a
conversation.
chat with you on a Monday night. Do
Nah, it's all good.
you like your chats with me, Abs?
I've been Abs.
I've been Thomas. And I've been Adrian Segacic. I'll be joining the Wanderers, hopefully.
No, you haven't. Bye bye.
Ciao. Question, should we have said that with the Steve?